Hello, this is John Kvale, take 2 of maybe many more coming. This is our August capital market and financial planning review. I'm going to try and stay still. I'm at the office. Yay! I'm going to shoot myself over into the corner and we'll go through our August review as fall has officially started here in Dallas with rain, which is much needed. Not a personal fave, but it's knocked the 100-degree temperature. I can't complain about the winter and then complain about the summer, so I'll hush. For those of you that are in listen-only mode, we do this in a video, audio, podcast type of format, so keep your hands on the wheel if you're driving down the road and don't be safe. I always say that. That's kind of my funny little tagline, I guess. I'm going to run with it. It is a Tuesday after Labor Day. I'm at the office, so here we go. We're already 1 minute into this. Let's go. Here in the month of August, we had a somewhat frightening headlined security breach, and a law firm threw out a blanket, rightfully so, they threw out a blanket lawsuit against a Florida-based firm of a very large number of possible Social Security numbers that were garnered, complete information. Long story short, this hasn't played out completely yet. I saw a few stories that it was, instead of in the billions, it may have been the hundreds of millions. Still a lot, not undermining this. A couple of things I just wanted to go over on this, and I did get quite a few comments back on this, so that's why I also like to put this in there. I've already seen quite a few websites that said, put your information in here and we'll tell you if you're on that. I would avoid that personally. I've not been confident enough to put any of your information in to find out. What are they going to ask for? Your Social Security number on a website to find out? No. So the headlines are really frightening. There will be tons, there have been tons of reports of freezing your credit. I'm okay with freezing your credit, but just know, I have not personally done this, but I've experienced it with clients and friends. It's not always as easy to unfreeze your credit. So I'm not saying don't do it, but go in it with all your eyes wide open. Lastly, I've had my complete identity stolen 5 or 6 or 7 times. I can't remember how many times. Very inconvenient. The most egregious was several $1,000s worth of burritos in a state thousands of miles away. Haven't had any money lost. I'm not saying to go out and cavalierly do this, but I am saying that for the most part, the system is pretty well, is good. And using myself as an example, I know my social and all of my identity is out there. Don't take it lightly. Be sure to watch everything, but don't lose sleep over it. Know that it's out there. Watch all of your accounts and just be careful. And if you do freeze your report, that's fine. That's fine. Just be on the lookout while we go through this period of time when maybe our socials are out there. Okay. All right. I'm just going to do 2 of these. The second part is the capital markets comment. For those of you that are in listen-only mode, I do a financial planning, at least one financial planning subject in a capital market. This other capital market has been so long coming and the worst kept secret, and that is the Federal Reserve is going to lower rates here in September. What does that mean? I'm moving, those of you in listen-only mode, I'm moving to a graph that I did and doctored a little bit. That means that this is the yield curve. This is basically 0. This is 30 years. This is an inverted yield curve. It's supposed to go upwards. And in the article that I mentioned this in, it does go upward, but we had to go back. They're going to lower this area right here. They're going to lower this. That doesn't necessarily mean that these rates over here are going to go down. They may go up. In theory, they're lowering rates to slow the headwind, which may spur the economy, and they may go up. And I mention that even more because one of our key research provider, Hedgeye Risk Management, they're expecting, and I've carefully denoted this because they have proprietary research, and I did get approval to show this. They're expecting the consumer price index to increase while the rest of the street is decreasing. As we go through the next quarter, see this is 4Q and 1Q25. What does that mean? Well, that actually might mean that if this CPI increases, we may have, they may lower rates, but not lower them too terribly far. Not a bad thing. We can get into a whole nother discussion on lower or higher rates. Generally speaking, higher rates are a headwind, lower rates are less of a headwind, on even some rates a tailwind. I doubt very seriously this thing's going to come all the way back down here to 0 like we had in the many years. They've learned their lessons on the 0 interest rate policy. Okay. enough of this. It's great times, interesting times coming. I'm about to start working on the newsletter. Thank you for your time. We'll talk to you at the end of September, which will also include the newsletter. Thanks so much.